So I made a video not that long ago talking about the biggest games I wanted on the Nintendo Switch, and one of those games was Super Mario Maker. And specifically, I don't want a port because port's terrible. I want a new one. I want Super Mario Maker 2. So today in this video, I'm going to be talking about what I want in this game, what I want them to add or improve. So yeah, let's begin with this video. So the first thing I want in this game is for them to keep the 4 art styles they had in the original, which were Super Mario Bros. 1, Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario World, the best Mario game ever made, along with Sunshine. They're both my favourite games, if you didn't know. And New Super Mario Bros. U specifically. But I want them to add 3 more. Those being maybe one of the Game Boy Mario games, either Super Mario Land or Super Mario Land 2, Super Mario Bros. 2 USA, and maybe, you know, a custom one, like a brand new one exclusive to Super Mario Maker. That would be really, really cool. They could come up with pretty much anything. I just think that would add up a bit of spice, a bit of flavor, make the game feel a bit more unique, and it lets it just stand out more. So that's the first thing I want. I don't want them to just keep the 4 art styles and that's it, because that would make it feel way too similar to the original. But I don't want them to get rid of them either, because they're pretty good. They are like the 4 main art styles of the 2D Mario platformers. So don't get rid of them, keep them, but don't just only have them. Or otherwise it's gonna be kind of a rehash, and I hate rehashes. So yeah, that's the first thing I want in this potential Super Mario Maker game for the Switch. The next thing I want is for them to keep all the objects and stuff you had in the original one on Wii U. Like all the original like items and enemies and stuff like that, because they were all pretty good, but obviously I don't think it was enough. I don't think there was nearly enough stuff you could do. I thought this game, I thought the original one would be so that you could make like a typical 2D Mario game as if it was in any of the games before it. But no, we couldn't, because you didn't have things like slopes, we didn't have all the enemies. So in this game, I want them to just further improve on the stuff, add more stuff, give us slopes finally. It was in Super Smash Bros. On that one stage. It was in there, why isn't it in the actual game? So add slopes, add more enemies, add more obstacles, add stuff so you could make a real Mario level like Miyamoto would, or someone like that. Like in New Super Mario Bros. U, there's like levels there you could never make, ever, in Super Mario Maker. I want that changed. I want it so you could make that kind of stuff. So you can make anything. So you're literally limitless. So that you can just do anything. And talking about adding stuff, one thing that disappointed me in the original were the like level backgrounds. So we had like the typical athletic and Bowser's Castle, and I can't even remember the others. Underwater. I think we had an airship as well. But that wasn't enough. I really, really don't think that was enough. They needed stuff like snow, woods, desert, beach. If they can add stuff like that, that would be excellent. It makes the levels feel less similar to each other, because I thought after a while in Mario Maker, all the levels started just blending together, feeling the same. So if you can add more level themes, that would be great. And even that one level theme from New Super Mario Bros. U, where it was like a Vincent van Gogh style thing. That was so cool, and I think it was used for one level. They could use that as a theme for this new Super Mario Maker game, which is going to happen. It's either going to be a port or a new game, but Mario Maker on the Switch, I honestly think is basically 100% confirmed. It can't not happen. That game was super popular on the Wii U, so yeah, it's going to happen. If it's a port, I'm going to kill myself. If it's not a port, then thank God, Nintendo, you're learning. So yeah, that's another thing I want in this game. More level themes. Please, Nintendo, give us more. And the last thing I want in this potential sequel is more playable characters. Now, I'm not asking for too much, because in the original you could use the amiibo, and they would give you like character skins. But you could only use them in the original Super Mario Bros., which was terrible. One thing I'd like to change for that is so you can use them in all of them. It would take a crap ton of work if there's that many costumes in the game, but it just felt pretty awkward and just kind of stupid, only being able to use them in one art style. I hated that. But I want 4 playable characters that have different abilities. That's what I want, and those 4 being the typical Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Princess Peach. And they should have the same abilities they had in games like Super Mario Bros. 2 and Super Mario 3D World, where Toad runs fast, Peach has to float, Luigi slides and has a high jump, and then Mario is just the all-rounder. I think they should add that into this game. It'd be really cool. Or you could even add other characters like, you know, Nabbit. That'd be pretty weird, but pretty cool. So that's the last thing I want in this game. I think that could help with like level creation. You could have levels that are made specifically for one character. Only certain characters can make it through certain parts of a level. That could be cool. So yeah, that's the last thing I want in this game, and that's basically everything I want out of Mario Maker 2. Obviously, I want more like refinements to like the online stuff. Maybe a better single player campaign, because the one in the original is kind of just shit. Like, maybe go along the lines of the one on the 3DS, except like a bit more expansive. Like maybe there's an overworld this time. Maybe. Oh, actually, now that I say that, we have the overworlds, but something I would love it if you could make your own just worlds, and you could like explore. Like you could go online and you could find this user, and they have like literally they've made a whole world, and you just play that as if it's like a typical Mario game. So yeah, I just thought of that right now. That would be an excellent addition to Super Mario Maker 2. They could just add worlds into the game. They don't need to add it so you can make your own worlds. Just add it so they could either be preset like worlds, so that you go on top of a level and you click it and you go on their stage, or something like that. But have it so you can play one user's like entire library of levels if they ordered it into like a world type thing, as if it was just a regular Super Mario game. That would be super cool. Nintendo, please do that. That's a good idea I just thought of. And I think a lot of people have thought of that as well. But that's the last thing I want in this game. That's all of the things I want in Super Mario Maker 2. Let me know what you want in this potential sequel that's going to happen, and if it doesn't happen, I'm going to be very mad at Nintendo for giving us a port, because it's either that or a port. But with all that said, make sure to follow me on Twitter. The link is in the description below. I talk about Nintendo all of the time. If you like that kind of stuff, you can discuss that with me on Twitter or in the comments below. But with everything said and out of the way, thank you all for watching, guys, and I'll definitely make sure to catch you all later.